This is my review of My Hero Academia. Okay, so season 2. So basically some of this episode was about how All Might, who is revealed to go by Toshinori Yagi, at least to his friends. So All Might reveals to his old master, who we don't really get to see much of, that he gave Izuku his power and he needs help controlling it. So basically this episode is supposed to catch people up on what exactly, well, at least the first few minutes of this are supposed to catch people up on what exactly happened in season 1, which unfortunately you can't watch on Crunchyroll anymore because reasons. But any hoozle, immediately after this, the school is shut down for a bit while the teachers try to figure out what's going on and try to figure out who Shigaraki and Kurogiri are, because according to All Might's detective friend, none of the villains are registered in their database, which means they're going by fake names, including Shigaraki and Kurogiri. And All Might surmises that Shigaraki may or may not have gotten his quirk counseling that he got when he was in elementary school, which implies that he was raised to be a villain and is perpetually a man-child. So, yeah. That's kind of the main reason why Shigaraki is kind of a villain, because he was never really taught how to control his quirk and was never really taught how to behave, and has basically stayed a child for the past 20 years or so. So, yeah, basically Shigaraki was raised to be a villain and never really got the chance to grow up. So, that's kind of a problem. Which implies that there is a bigger villain that actually did raise Shigaraki to be his son, I guess. But, you know. And after the school reopens, Class 1A is discussing about how the attack at USJ was all over the news, and also discuss who's going to Hole's homeroom, because Aizawa should be in the hospital. But surprise, surprise, he has better things to do than be lying in a hospital, so he shows up to work despite being injured, and it tells everybody about the UA Sports Festival, which everybody's excited for. But Ochaco is probably the most excited, and is actually a complete 180 from how she normally is. Normally she's this bubbly, lighthearted girl, but as soon as she finds out about the UA Sports Festival, it's a switch flips, and she just turns into this intense, over-the-top person who tells everybody she's gonna do her best. So, it's this that prompts Deku and Ida to actually ask her what her goal to become a hero is. And she reveals that she wanted to become a pro hero so that she could make enough money to help support her family's construction business, because they haven't had any work in a while and are flat broke. So both Deku and Ida are kind of brought to tears just a little bit, and Ida actually applauds because of how honorable that is. And even though Deku brings up that she could have used her powers to aid in the construction by making everything lighter and therefore enabling her to transport small materials and lighter materials without much effort, which she also brought up to her parents, but they told her to just follow her dreams and not worry about any of their financial stuff or any of that, because she's just a kid. She shouldn't be worrying about that kind of thing, which I understand, but if your kid wants to help you out, you should probably let them. Just a thought. But yeah, and it's at this point where All Might shows up and offers to give Deku basically a private lunch and asks Deku to eat with him in the faculty lounge, which Deku agrees to, obviously. And a lot of people, and this leaves both Ida and Ochaco speculating on what exactly their relationship is. They believe that it's because All Might and Deku have a similar quirk, even though we know it's the same quirk, that All Might had taken a shine to Deku which was for a completely different reason. So they got some of the details right, but not all of them. So who knows? But yeah, it's at this point where All Might and Deku are eating in the faculty lounge and have a discussion about how All Might is kind of at his end of the era as his symbol of peace type thing. So he and Deku kind of come up with a plan to actually show that Deku is going to be the new symbol of peace when he gets older. So, so it's kind of interesting. And Deku also points out to All Might that he thinks the reason why he was able to use One for All without breaking his arm was because on a subliminal level, he knew that going at 100% would actually hurt somebody. And it was his first time punching a person at full force. So subliminally, at the very least, he was able to control it and hold back without actually injuring anybody. Sorry about that. My sister wanted to know what I wanted for dinner. So, yay. But anyway, any Wetzel. Deku now needs to train to become the symbol of peace, but he doesn't know how to control his quirk. So we're going to be seeing that in the next couple episodes, I think. But yeah, there's also the UA Sports Festival, which is coming up, and it's actually explained that the UA Sports Festival in this version of the world has actually replaced the Olympics. So, there's that. But, yeah. Now Deku has to become the new symbol of peace in order to actually, do his job and become the pro hero he always wanted to be. And also in this episode, a lot of people gave Kanamari a bit of a hard time because of how his quirk works. Because he kind of overwhelmed himself and went stupid. And also, Toru kind of made a joke about how she didn't stand out at all and wants to stand out, but that's kind of the joke because her quirk's invisibility, so yeah. But yeah, this first episode definitely has some better pacing because it was able to get through a lot of different plot points relatively quickly. And I'm having a feel, and that's what I've been told is going to be the adjustment for the further episodes and all that. But yeah, I really don't know how this is gonna go. We still haven't seen that new villain that we saw at the end of last episode. And we also have a new character that's going to be introduced as well, a new hero. So we got a new hero and a new villain already who are going to be introduced into the story. Don't know when that's going to happen, but at some point it will happen. I don't know when, but we'll find out. But anyway, if you guys have seen this episode of My Hero Academia, what did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, then be sure to hit that like and the subscribe button. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also check out my Patreon description below as well and consider pledging money to me. It's only a couple bucks a month and it helps me make projects like this. So I would appreciate it if you did that and help me make future videos like this one. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace! Oh boy.